up, Buddy Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. and anime and manga contributor to Bounding in the Comics. And damn, do I have a lot to say about Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 200. But before I get into this deep dive, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be live reactions for Jujutsu Kaisen, and we've been covering this series since like chapter 17, or news and analysis and deep dives like this video, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below, as well as the live reaction we did earlier for chapter 200. So, I was debating how I wanted to do this deep dive. If I wanted to do like everything here, like, discuss how you had the foreshadowing from Noya and Maki's fight into the to the Fallen content. If I wanted to just focus on more so like the calling game stuff, and I think because of what we found with the calling game, I think I'm going to primarily focus on that, because that is really significant. So for those of you that don't know what deep dives are, it's basically anything I don't get to in my live reactions, whether it's because, like, for example, with Jujutsu Kaisen, it was really early in the morning and I was really tired and I just didn't think about it, or the videos got really long, and it's like, dude, I want to expand on this concept, but I don't want the video to be over an hour. And it definitely just needs its own dedicated video. Or I just realize, something very significant after the fact. Yeah, that's when I do deep dives. And I've done really good ones for Four Nights of the Apocalypse, especially. So, let's get into this here. So the first thing I realized, especially at chapter 167, and this is the conversation between Reggie and Megumi when, he tells him the truth about the calling game. Megumi mentions, of course, it's a ritual that takes advantage of the cursed energy belonging to players inside the barrier, and, to cross the people of Japan to the other shore, turning them non-human in the process. And also remember, there's the negative energy that gets released as well. So you have that going on too. What, you friends with Kenjaku'S or something? And I thought there'd be one sorcerer who's colluding with Kenjaku. And yeah, remember, there's three, at least the ones we fought thus far, there's 3 reincarnated ones that do get mentioned by Angel anyway. What you just said about taking advantage of players' cursed energy is most likely a facade. What? No, rather than a facade. I think it's their secondary or tertiary plan. So this whole thing is a lie. My basis for this is the following 3. Number of players, difference in ability of players, and the barrier rule. If approximately 1,000 players were to be equally distributed in 10 colonies, there would be 100 people in each colony. But among the players, there are sorcerers that are exceptionally strong, such as Kashimo and Higuruma. 60 sorcerers have already been culled by these 2 alone. There should be at least 1 person in each colony that is on a similar level. So only the strong will remain after the early stages, and the culling game will reach a deadlock? It already has, at least in here and in Tokyo number 2. On top of that, there's the teleportation that occurs when entering the colony. Scattering people is probably one of its objectives, but its number 1 goal is most likely to stimulate an early secondary awakening in the modern sorcerers, which Kenjaku did say near the end of the Shibuya arc when he initiated the culling game. He said this. That's what he wanted to do. Some have died from this teleportation. If they really wanted to take advantage of players' cursed energy, they'd want as many sorcerers to have long and drawn-out battles. The permanence stated in the rules is just to cover to hide their true plan. So basically, Kenjaku wants everyone to be, like focused on the fights that they're doing, and they want the fights to go for as long as possible so they don't suspect him. Because remember, Kenjaku is not the game master. That's part of his vow, that he can't be the game master. We don't even know who the game master is yet. He hasn't been revealed, from what I remember. I'm certain Kenjaku will drop a bomb after there's only the strong ones left, and the culling game will have fulfilled its role. And we know, once bombs are involved, there's going to be a lot of negative energy. And also, whoever did the official translating for chapter 167, screw you for not translating the Chinese. Sit down. And thanks for inviting me. And this is when he went to the Chinese. I don't know what that bomb will be, and it may not be far out. It could even happen right now. Something else we noticed, because remember, in 200, we were dealing with the American government. Here we're dealing with the Chinese government. These were two big players in World War II. And remember, that war ended with with 2 bombs. To prepare for that, I'm recruiting powerful allies and accumulating points. And now I do, you know what? I kind of do want to mention something in regards to Noya and Maki's fight, because I think it's very interesting and it's a good setup for what is to come. Because you have, remember what was said here in chapter 167 about, evolutions for modern sorcerers. You do have that with Maki in particular, and you can make the argument that Akotsu had one as well, but Maki definitely had one, and so did Noya, who was a vengeful spirit. He had like a bunch of evolutions actually, but with Maki, she was liberated. It was a positive liberation for her. And then with Noya's negative liberation, something that was pointed out by the fan translators, and I wish that the official translators did this. It pissed me off that it didn't. And this is on chapter 198. You had, first of all, Noya's persistent finally blooms into his domain expansion. And the Ra says, of course, it's meaning time, womb, moon, palace. And his hand sign is the same as one of Mahito's Gigaten. Gigaten. And remember what Mahito was. Mahito was born from like the stomachs of hatred and fear. And remember what Noya was. His character was throughout the series. Noya was scared, and he feared that he would always be behind Toji. And it was the same thing with Maki. He was mad too and jealous of Maki too, because Maki was becoming Toji, and he was also fucking pissed about the Will as well. But also with Noya's power. Noya's power is very similar to Mahito as well, where Noya's ability in his domain expansion controlled the movement of cells. It's obviously not as powerful as Mahito, so it kind of makes me wonder if this was truly his final form or not, and that if he would have like had another form, it would have basically been him fully coming out of that cocoon like thing. I truly wonder that. I do. Um, and also remember, as I said, he was born from the Mojito was born from the stomachs. It's like he looks like he is being born from the stomachs. I feel like if he did have another form, he would have been able to manipulate souls. I honestly do. Um, I think that's mainly. Oh God, that fucking eye. Oh, that eye is freaking creepy. I love it so much. Um, and then as he said that his domain was being finally divided. And Maki's, yeah, you couldn't sense her at all. And it was, she was saying she was free. I fucking loved it. But I do want to mention what was said at the end of the chapter, though, in terms of the translation, though, because I thought it was very interesting. It says Maki is referred to as a demon / fierce human, while Yuji in chapter 39 was referred to as a demon fierce god, which is like the perfect foreshadowing and transition to Yuji's content / Sukana's content with Angel, because Angel considers, says they are a god. They do. In chapter 199, they call themselves a god. Where is it? They say, and the mouth, and also the mouth is very similar to, Sukuna as well. Where are you? And obviously their goal is to purge all the incarnated players, and there's the incarnated players. There's, 3 of them, and like 3 are dead. And most of them will suppress and destroy their vessel's consciousness when incarnating, either intentionally or subconsciously, which we actually saw in Ranger Reject with Magadia. I love Magadia, by the way. Magadia is fucking amazing. And it's something that should not be happening. It goes against the laws of God. And then Angel says here, a name given to my creed for simplicity's sake. You can ignore it if you like. Mm-hmm. And then there's something very interesting here that was said. Besides, the, negotiations going a little too well. And they were saying, I'm not nearly so demanding. There's one among the incarnated players that I must slaughter no matter what. I fucking hate the original translation saying that they have to butcher them. That they really want to butcher them. I fucking hate it. The Fallen. You know what? I'm going to tell you why I'm pissed at the fucking original translation in a minute. The Fallen. If we kill this player, then I can guarantee you of my assistance. So in the translation note, it says, in the Raw, Fallen refers to, of course, those fallen from grace in heaven, which is slightly different than, fallen angels. In the goddamn official translation, they just call them, the disgraced. Why? Why would you do that? Like, I would understand if you wanted to call him the Forsaken one, but the disgraced? That pissed me off. You have no idea. And of course, we get the reveal that he is the Fallen, and the things are bulging into chaos. Yeah. Now let's get into chapter 200 here. So, where is this? Yeah, okay. I want to see if I need to get to, if there's anything here. Oh yeah, then here it is. I needed to roast this. I'll tell you this, he doesn't have the guts to end his own life. Are you still underestimating me? Haven't you forgotten I've already died once? Like, I'm gonna say this to you, Itadori, because Itadori is like, he's ready to sacrifice himself and shit. Bro. Sukuna is not going to let you die. He will take control of you before you even try. And the thing is it makes me think of Boruto when they're fighting Code. And this is when Boruto is like 85% Otsutsuki at this point. And so is technically Kawaki, but oh my god, Ishiki is dead. And Momoshiki has control of Boruto at this point, and Boruto got control back for a second, and he got Kawaki to kill him, and like almost kill him. It looked like he was dead for a minute, but Momoshiki's like, nope, nah, I'm gonna give you my cells, and the remaining 15% of your body is gonna be my cells. Nah, I'm gonna be chilling in your consciousness, and you're not gonna die. That's what's going to happen with something similar will happen with Sukuna, where he's going to be like, nah, if you even try, I'm going to make sure you don't die, and I'm going to stay inside of you. But the thing that frustrated me even more is Itadori's like, dude, I'm just going to, sacrifice myself. Half of Sukuna will be gone. It's like, bro, you're missing the whole point. What happened to the fact that you're supposed to eat all of Sukuna, and then after that you're going to die with him? Also, there's one other thing here that is not being pointed out here. Itadori is not a normal human. Even before eating Sukuna's finger, like his first finger of Sukuna, he was already abnormal. He was not fully human because he is the son of Kenjaku. Well, from his mom, Kenjaku possessed his mama. So we don't know what is going to happen if he that's why I'm like, Angel's saying this stuff. And I'm like, wait a minute. We don't know what Kenjaku is going to do. Or like Kenjaku's genes are going to do. We don't even know. Sukuna, I don't think even knows how it's gonna affect him. I don't know. What do you guys think in regards to that? I know you will gladly die, but you're stupid. He's not gonna die. But now let's get to this invasion here. Originally, I thought it was the Americans that did it. But like when we get to the end of the chapter, I'll tell you, I'm really leaning more towards the Chinese that did it, that are invading. So negative emotions and stress, these become the energy we call cursed energy that constantly leaks out in small quantities from the Japanese. When that energy accumulates, it gives birth to cursed spirits. Perhaps you might call them ghosts or monsters. Dude, if you have the Chinese up in there, you're going to get tons of cursed energy. You don't need the Americans up in there. The Chinese are plenty. Those humans who can control cursed energy and perform what people call supernatural feats are Jujutsu sorcerers. This phenomenon is practically exclusive to the Japanese. Of course, there are exceptions. Of course, I gotta read this part. Cursed spirits are usually invisible to the naked eye. It is like a second layer of light that exists within the visible light spectrum, but cannot be parsed by the brain or captured by cameras. Yeah. It's not just cursed spirits that non-sorcerers can't see. The supernatural events caused by sorcerers are also difficult to perceive. And then there is Kenjaku causing this. Yeah. I love that they were like, is this VR? Like, what the fuck? And then let's talk about this motherfucker here. First of all, why is he here? I said it in my live reaction. Why are you here? You are not even the Department of Secretary of Energy. You are the Assistant Secretary of Energy, Environmental Management. This is like the guy that was in The Simpsons that put that proposed the dome to Arnold Schwarzenegger. That's who this motherfucker is. Did you not hear the man? He said these were negative emotions. Like, let's see. I don't need to mention this part. And then they were just like, this is like a movie. We need to watch this in IMAX. It's like, this is so meta. Let's be real. Cursed energy is an energy source. I hate this motherfucker so bad. I hate people like him. Petroleum and natural gas are what we call fossil fuels. Yes, and guess what? Petroleum is used for like your phones. It's used for like plastic. It's used for lots of things like glass and LED screens. You're never going to get rid of it. And natural gas, I'll get into that in a minute. Solar, wind, geothermal, and the like are considered renewable energies. One of them is not like the others, and that's geothermal. Geothermal is actually a renewable energy. Solar depends on how you use it. Solar is useful for like if you're watering plants, if you're using it for like heating up your pool, or for like cooling down your car. That's when solar is useful. It's not useful for powering up your house. Wind, but solar panels, yeah, they have a negative effect, which is I don't know if they have fixed them yet, but they include mercury last I checked, and they are made in China. Now wind, here's with wind. Wind, if you have wind in a hill or something, or an area that's constantly windy, then wind is useful. Other than that, nah. This is something that can replace them all, the cleanest energy in all of human history. You are wrong. You are wrong. Especially that white-haired guy. There's a good chance he could power a whole country by himself. Bitch, he could power the whole planet by himself. Yes, this is such a stupendous turning point for the nation that it sounds like a joke. Dude, he is the guy from The Simpsons. He is that EPA guy from there. In any case, these resources called Jujutsu sorcerers or something. We must seize and research immediately. All right. I do like what the president said here, but I want to make sure I got this here. There was one other thing I think I missed. Did I get everything here? That motherfucker was greedy. Okay, but yeah, I think I got everything here. Okay, and I do like what the president said here. He said, he looked at him, he's like, are you fucking for real? Are you for real? What is wrong with you? Are you saying that we should kidnap Japanese citizens, Japanese civilians as samples for experiments using my authority? What is wrong with you? A horrifying proposal. What choices would these global superpowers make? See, the president is like, dude, those are allies. That's why we're leaning more towards the Chinese being the ones that invaded, because the Chinese don't give a fuck, for one thing. And also, like, the CCP hates Japan. And if you think about it, it's kind of like a reverse World War II situation, because in World War II, it started with Japan invading China, and this would be like China invading Japan, and then Japan is our ally. America would be helping them like after the fact. And also, like, if you help Japan too, they might help you. Oh, here's the other thing I want to mention. There's a good chance, or no, not that one. There was something else that was missing here. Oh my god, where was it? Shit, I think this one's missing it. Dude was talking about how that we need to like that if we don't get the sorcerers that hold on, where is it? There's something missing. Where is it? Shit. Shit, I didn't. Where is it? Oh, here it is. This is a gold mine. If we miss out, it's likely we will fall behind the rest of the world. Now I'm gonna roast this motherfucker. Bro, we're already behind the rest of the world because dumbasses want to shut down nuclear power plants. And guess what? I guess what's in, like, say, Europe, for example, and even I think Canada has it too, is they use gas to liquids for their natural gas powered cars. Technically, California has them too. And 50% of California is powered by natural gas, but these dumbasses in Sacramento who are probably or hopefully getting voted out are stupid and don't understand why California's air is cleaner than most places. But you people are fucking dumb. We are behind the rest of the world because you fucks don't want to do research on improving techniques to drill for natural gas. You don't want to develop natural gas cars. You want to develop hybrid cars, electric cars that are actually worse for the environment. And you know what? I'm going to say this. You want to use negative energy to power homes. You realize that it didn't work out for it did work for Monsters Inc. for a bit, but guess what? Monsters Inc. they learned that comedy and positive energy was more powerful. Did you not watch it, my dude? Watch the movie, my dude? Then also, you know what negative energy does? It also creates riots. It creates destruction. It creates war. Are you dumb? I mean, he's basically saying we need to bring back Japanese internment camps. I said that in my live reaction. I'm like, are you fucking for real? This guy is dumb. This guy is dumb. Bring it, like, and also, like, Japan is our ally, you stupid fuck. Japan is in a crisis, especially if the Chinese are invading. The Chinese that are our enemies. We are helping, we need to go in there and help our ally. And fuck, destroying China, like fucking up China, that's a win-win for us. Especially if it fucks up the CCP, that's a win for us. I hope it's China invading them so the sorcerers fuck them up. Seriously. And also, if we help the sorcerers, hell, the sorcerers could probably help us too. I hope this president isn't stupid and like Arnold Schwartz. I'm sorry, Arnold Governor. Governor. In real life, you're actually smart. But in the Simpsons movie, you were not. But anyways, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below what you guys think of this setup that Gege has done. I think it's really brilliant. I feel like in some ways, Gege is roasting the politicians in the West, especially. And I feel like it's kind of a commentary on a political commentary in a way. I do like I like that we're seeing Kenjaku'S strategy, you know, coming to light. That was set up like even at the end of the Shibuya arc and shit, like really set up at chapter 167. And what do you guys think of like the setup, like the transition that we got from in particular from Maki's fight with Noya to this? I mean, it goes to show you, as I said, like the positive energy that Maki had with her positive liberation was a lot stronger than that negative liberation that that Noya had, right? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Jujutsu Kaisen content. A few ways you can do that: donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That is in the description box below as well. Until next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.